have that's really long. Hello, Dimitri, Anastasia, Antonina. Hello to you guys again. So, if any of you can try to say something because I just changed it to the speakers. I don't know, network is terrible. Keeps going on and off. Yes, hi, Anastasia. Okay, so who else? So I think some people have joined as well. Okay, so we're going to talk to a few people. Let's try uh, Daria. Hello, Daria. If you can hear me, just come online and say hello. Hello. Hello, Daria. Hello. Hello. Okay, so today we're going to have today's topic. We're going to talk about something very interesting, and it's something that is relating to the night. And every night, not so every night, so it sheds light on the Earth or on our planet, and so we're going to focus on the moon. Today's topic is talking about the dark side of the moon. Okay, so yeah, hello, George. Uh, Hi, Anastasia. I see your message. I see you guys in the comments. Oh, that's good. Okay, so can anyone, so who, let's try to talk a little bit about the topic. So, what do you understand about the dark side of the moon? All right, so we'll try to talk to a few people. Hello, Nick. Hello. Hello, Nick. Can you hear me?
Hi, hi.
Yes. How are you, Nick?
I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you also. And I want to ask you your own opinion. What do you think about the dark side of the moon?
About dark side of the moon.
Yes.
Of course, I try uh, to watch the video during. It's no video. Okay. Uh, Dark side of the moon. We cannot see it from the Earth, and I think that's it's if we are talking about moon, like our Sputnik. Sputnik.
Satellites.
Yes, like the Earth satellite. And I think it's just a part of moon which we cannot see, and it is nothing interesting there. And it's nothing maybe uh, nothing another
Hmm.
or nothing new that we can see on the bright side of the moon.
Okay. Alicia says Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd?
Yes. So she wrote Pink Floyd. I saw it in the comment section.
Pink Floyd. I know only The Wall, and remember only The Wall about Pink Floyd. And if we should make parallels.
Okay. Okay.
About the Nazis, Pink Floyd, The Wall, Nazis, and Dark Side of the Moon. So Hitler has their base on the dark side of the moon. We all know it. Then the Nazis leave Earth, uh, left Earth, yes, and created and founded a base there on the dark side of the moon.
Mm-hmm. And when you were in school, Nick, did you study the solar system?
Yes, of course, on astronomy.
What did you find interesting about this?
Interesting. You know, the most interesting, the most amazing for me is the feeling maybe and understanding that we are so small and the solar system is like maybe uh, small, not small grain of sand in the universe, and I cannot imagine nowadays to it because it's very mm, I Google what it's very very great scale for me. I don't know, and it's really was impressed me.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Impressed me. This was it's really impressed me in school.
I see. Okay, and now talking about today's topic, still on the issue of the moon. Um, Now, you said you watched the video. Was it the video in the student portal, or you just watched something else? Uh,
I said that I wanted to watch video during my work day, but there were so much work today, so I cannot. And I watched no video. Sorry.
okay, so but Nick, you know, when it comes to the moon, there's speaking about you know, some certain statements. There's always a lot of facts and fictions concerning the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do you know any facts or fictions regarding the moon?
Facts or fiction?
Yes.
Hmm. All I can recall now is about American astronauts. It's but I think it doesn't mm, it doesn't refers to our lesson. It doesn't refer to our lesson and other facts. I know I heard that the moon is a part of the Earth and it was struck from the Earth by the asteroid billions years ago.
And do you believe all these theories?
I don't know really because theory is just a theory and without um, any proofs it stays theory. So I don't know. I'm not scientist,
Okay.
and to believe or not, I think the theory of the part of Earth which was just striken. I think it's not bad theory, and it might be. Why not?
Okay. Nick, so I have one more question for you. Now, I want you to tell me if if this is true or not. Now it says a coin, okay? If a coin dropped from a very high building can kill someone on the ground.
I think it's false. It's myth.
Why?
Uh, because of physics and because coin cannot reach the high speed. No, I will reformulate. Because speed of coin mm, is limited because of physics. So it cannot reach the deathly speed to kill anybody. But I think at the same time, it could be a case or an accident, I don't know how to name it, when coin will kill somebody, of course. Maybe it can get into throat of a person, and he can suffocate because of that coin.
Suffocate is not possible. Okay, so the coin is just an object, it's just like you're dropping something from a very high place and
Mm-hmm.
it has no impact. Someone says, what is the size of this coin? Okay, George, the coin is just a standard coin. Okay, like the normal coins you have in Belarus. If you take one of this coin and then you drop it from a very high building, it's not going to have any impact. It's just a coin.
I think it's impossible.
It's impossible. Nothing. A person cannot get killed by a coin. But
In a common situation, yes, person won't be killed by coin, by dropped coin.
I dropped coin. Were you good in physics? Did you like physics in school?
No, I hated it.
Okay. Okay, Nick. So we're going to talk to another student.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So we're going to go to. We have uh, Milana Siriodok Milana. Hello, Milana. Hello. Hello, Milana. Can you hear me? Okay. So we're going to go to another student. So we have okay. Yes, okay, you hear me, but I can't hear you. Is your microphone working? Okay, say something because I can't hear you. Try again. I guess there's something wrong. Okay, so but I can't hear you, Milana. So George, hello, George.
Hello, Michael.
Yes, so how are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Well, I'm alive. So, George, we're talking about the topic, the dark side of the moon. But
Yeah.
there is always a lot of facts and fictions. Today, we're just going to try to debunk a few of them. And when we say debunk, it means to prove that some of them are not true. That's what debunk means. This is the word here. Or should I say to prove? Okay, so George, do you agree that we only use 10% of our brains?
Only 10% of
Our brains. Do you believe that we use only 10%?
during our life? Do you mean?
Yes, in general, if we use only 10% of our brains.
I think more. Maybe
More,
50.
how many? Is it 50% or 100%?
I think approximately 20%, maybe.
Approximately 20. Why did you say 20?
Because 10 is a little,
Yes, 10 is a little, I agree.
and I think approximately the fifth part of our brain we use every day.
Okay. So actually, about this question or this statement, we actually use 100% of our brain, and actually, scientists they found out that there is no part of our brain that we don't use. Actually, I used to believe also that it was 10% of our brains that we use, but uh, research has shown that we use every single part of our brain is used. Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. But now, about the topic, talking about the moon, what do you know about when we say the dark side of the moon?
I think humanity does not know exactly what is happening on the moon, and this is what we need to explore.
Okay.
And spaceships are sent by Russia and America, and this is kind of competition between leading countries. And I think this is part of this galactic, which we don't know exactly.
Okay. That's interesting. So one more question was, because we're talking about something related to science. Mm, what do you think about? Do you think? Do you agree that Albert Einstein was very bad at maths? Is it a fact or myth? Albert Einstein.
Could you repeat, please, this sentence?
It was Albert Einstein. Was he bad at mathematics? Albert Einstein. You know Einstein, the genius scientist.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very famous. Oh, someone wrote Einstein.
Einstein, yeah, of course. I know this science.
Yes. So people said that many people believe that he was bad in mathematics. Is it true?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, all right. Anybody else? Does anybody else believe that Einstein was bad at maths? You can write your comments. You can put your answer in the comment section. What about you, Alicia? Face palm. Okay. But all right. So in order not to waste time, the question, the answer is he was very good in maths. Very, very good. Really good in maths. I wouldn't say very, very good. He was really good in maths. He was good in mathematics. But a lot of people believed that he was bad in mathematics, but that's not true. But I have one question for you. With science, George, a lot of things have improved. Science has improved quality in life for people. Are you okay with eating genetically modified food? GM.
I prefer don't eat such food.
Why not?
Because this food is not healthy.
Healthy? Okay.
Yeah, and I prefer to eat meat and vegetables. Such food is healthy.
Okay, so you don't prefer the GMO food. You try to avoid them at all costs.
Yes.
All right, George. So it's a pleasure as always. So we're going to talk to another student, and we have someone is writing, but oh, okay. If you figured out the microphone, so Milana, we can talk. Hello, Milana.
Hello.
Yes. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I finally have finished my work before the lesson. Great.
Okay, it's good to hear from you. I think this is your first time in our lessons.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Okay, where have you been?
I worked all the time. I'm working till 8 or even 8 p.m. every day.
Okay.
But today I could finish earlier. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Yes, so Milana, we can't see you. Could you use your, okay, hi.
Hi.
The question, Milana, was, okay, before we do that, so let me just try to be very quick. So could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a student or are you working? What do you do?
I finished the university last year, and now I work at bank. I'm an economist. I work with clients, customers, and I don't know what to say. I'm a musician. I like to read books about psychology. For example, Sigmund Freud. But I have a little free time now because everyone sits at home, and there are a lot of calls to my bank, and I should answer all the day. So I like to learn English every 3 minutes, and even when I'm working. For example, today I was reading our text from our tasks. I have finished just till 1 minute before the lesson. But I'm glad to read also this way.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's interesting. So, still speaking about science, which scientific subject, Milana, did you study in school? Did you like science when you were in school? Or okay, yes, at school. Not I'm not talking about university, because obviously you majored in a different specialty, but at school, did you like science?
Actually, not. But I remember that I took part in different performances about chemistry. I never knew this subject, but it was interesting to me to learn how, for example, orbit influence to our stomach, or how to make homemade soap, sorry, soap. And this was my chemistry, not school. But I also had high marks, 10
Okay.
of 10 from 10.
So you got good marks.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. And so aside from chemistry, was there any other science subject that you enjoyed?
So I liked music, not any school subjects,
Okay.
especially science.
Oh, I see. But so you would say that so chemistry so would you agree that chemistry taught you something useful because it was a science subject? Was there anything useful you learned from if I remembered, you said you learned how to make soap.
Now I don't remember, but someday I made a present for my friend. I made a soap, and it was extraordinary, and it looked great.
And
That's all useful of chemistry, I guess.
and this soap that you make, how long does it take you to make this soap?
Maybe about a few hours, 3 to 5, because you need to boil some muscle.
Pardon? Could you repeat?
Just a second. I will call it like material. You should boil material, and then it should be at your fridge for 2-3 hours. And next you grate on the grate this, and there is a lot of it's difficult.
Okay, so you get your ingredients, and then you after some period of time you make your soap. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. All right. One more question for you is, do you think there's always this, how would I say, everyone have this stereotype that a full moon makes people go mad because of all the movies we've watched and all that. Do you agree?
I agree, but not at all, because yeah, I have heard about this sentence that moon's influence on our mood or even characters, trait of characters, I mean. But I think that we shouldn't pay a lot of attention to these influences. But I sometimes notice that moon influence on me even.
Okay.
And when, for example, every member of my family had bad mood, and they're angry, or they're like a zombie. For example, they look so tired. They seem tired.
Okay, so you think
I'm not sure that it is because of moon.
okay. So so for you it's not a fact that the moon doesn't make people go crazy.
Yeah, but it might be, but not for 10%.
Okay, so the question. So now you're saying that the moon affects us in some way, characters or traits.
And makes Mac or
Makes people go mad.
yes, and this way too.
But Milana, there is no scientific fact to prove that.
Actually, I have seen again Twilights last day before, 2 days maybe before in English, and there were a moon, and it made people.
Yeah, that's classic Hollywood. It's classic Hollywood. I've seen the moon. I've seen. We've all seen a full moon, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. There is no fact to prove that
Okay,
makes us to that it can make people go
let
crazy.
it be like a fairy tale.
Yes. Okay. All right then. So it's a pleasure to talk with you, Milana.
Me
So
too.
we're going to talk to another student, and let's try Anastasia. We have one Anastasia Savrishkaya. Hello, Nastia. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine as well. Thank you.
Great.
But we can't see you.
Yes, I know, because I have some problems with my microphone and I have to talk to my camera.
Oh, you have to talk to your camera.
Yes. And if I turn it on, you will see only my mouth.
Ah, okay. No problem. No problem then. So, still, Nastia, as you have, I'm sure you've been listening. We've talked about some facts and myth. So, I have one question for you. Bats are blind.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe, is it true? Is it a fact or is it a myth?
Bats have an opportunity to see, but the sight is bad, and they need to have good sight because they have another things to understand where they and they use ultrasound.
Yes, called echolocation, that
Mm-hmm.
transmits the sound like a transmitter, like a satellite. Dolphins, they use this also um, to also talk to one another from distances. It's like a satellite, and it just I don't know how to say. It's like telepathic messages that they use. But is it that they see or they don't see?
They can see, but in a bad way.
Mm, yes, they can see. That's true, but they see just as well as us. Just the way we see well, bats they see well. But the only difference is they don't just focus on their sight. They focus more on sound and this ability to communicate with other bats. But they see very well, just that they don't focus more on seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it that way. Okay, another question I have for you is what do you think is the most important scientific discovery, you know, in the past few years?
Few years?
Yes.
I don't really know. Maybe the greatest discovery will be a cure of coronavirus. But I don't really know about something that was last year, some few years.
A few years. Okay. What about are there any new scientific discoveries? Because when you think about it, is there some things that, you know, we always hear that they discovered something new, something new. Do you wish that, are there some things that you wish they haven't discovered?
What is the question?
Okay, the question is, are there some scientific discoveries that you think shouldn't have been discovered by people?
Maybe some weapon, because it's sometimes lead to different problems, and some people who discovered it after that said that it would be better if they didn't discover it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, I agree with you on that one. I wish they haven't discovered any atomic any atomic weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it hasn't been discovered. Okay, but did you like science when you were in school, Nastya?
I like science, but I like something connected with biology, and it was very interesting for me. I took part in some competition in biology, and I like it. And I read a lot of books written by James Herriot. Yes, maybe. And I liked to watch something in National Geographic and Nat Geo Wild about nature.
My favorite channels. I subscribe to the newsletter and they send me articles every day. Not every day, maybe every week. It's just wonderful, you know, when you watch and when you see all the everything that they show, you know, it's well documented and with a lot of details.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, in any language, you can watch it, Russian, English, name it. I think even you can with Nacho. It's also a way to improve your English as well when you watch videos. So I have one more question for you, and it's talking about if you are you happy to eat genetically modified food?
Um, Sometimes I think that it's okay, but if you eat it all the time, I think your health will be damaged.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you were not good in chemistry in school, were you?
No, I didn't like it at all.
Didn't like it at all. Okay, so just only biology. What
Mhm.
was interesting? What was interesting for you about mostly in biology? Is it just the animals, or you know, what exactly? Because if you say animals, animals is zoology.
I liked everything about nature and about animals, and there were a lot of information that I watched and that I listened and that I read, and but I like animals, and I like it more than nature.
Okay, so do you have a pet?
I have two snails. Yes, they are very big.
Huh, wow, interesting. No cats. What about dogs?
I like dogs, and I want to have some, maybe two or three, but I have no opportunity to do it.
Okay.
I'm living in a dormitory because I'm a student, and I have no opportunity.
Okay, Nastya, it's a pleasure talking with you, and may your
Me
dream
too.
come true of having a place to live with 3 dogs.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to take another student, and so we go to Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Did call Daniel. Hello. Hello, Daniel. Okay, Daniel is not here. Let's take Alicia. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Alicia.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
All right, Alicia. So we're talking about the dark side of the moon. Do you like seeing? Have you ever, maybe at one point at night, decide to look out of your window and stare at the moon?
Yes, there was some time.
Very nice. That's good. Okay, and uh, how does it look to you when you look at the moon? What comes to your mind?
The same when you see the sun, I think, but only dark, like this.
I'm not following. Could you repeat yourself?
Okay, for example, when you're looking into the sun, when it is summer and it is the day, you can't look at it for a long time because you have some problems with your eyes. So when you look in the night on the moon, there is no such problem, and you can look for a long time. And so the situation practically the same, but you have a choice to look on it or not to look on it. I don't know.
I see. Okay, so what about when you were in school? Because I'm asking everyone, did you enjoy doing science when you were at school? Science.
Mm, no, I don't like science, physics. I was more mathematic person.
Mathematics. So you enjoy doing
Yeah.
math.
Yes.
But which of the subject did you do? Chemistry, physics?
What?
Did you do chemistry? Chemistry, physics. How was your um, did you do well in this subject?
So it's quite specific question because I have problems with chemistry and with physics, and I have personal teacher in maybe 8 and 9 classes because I need to pass my exams to college. So I learned it by heart, every chemical formulas and etc. So I don't like it, but I needed to have a good assessment and to pass exams. So something like this.
Okay. And so I'm going to ask you, I have a couple of questions that I will say they're science quiz.
Okay,
Just try your, to refresh your memories.
let's try.
Okay, so let's look at the first one. Um, Adult giraffes remain standing. I have three options for you. So they remain standing. A, some of the day, meaning some parts of the day. B, all day. C, most of the day.
So I need to choose one, yes?
Yes, you need to choose one.
Okay, some part of the day.
Some part of the day. Are you sure?
No, because it is giraffes. Who knows?
Okay, so giraffes, they remain standing all day.
And when they sleep, they stay too?
They remain standing,
Ah,
sleeping.
okay.
Quite surprising too for me. I've thought about it many times. Okay,
But I saw in BBC when they fight with each other, and someone is like more powerful, and another is going to the earth, like falling down.
yes.
So maybe not all of the day if they fight.
Okay, so let's put it that way. If they are not fight, when they are fighting, so one of them goes down, and you know, and the other is yes, it's possible, of course. But when they're sleeping, they they're standing. About elephants, I'm not too sure if they. I think they stand also, or they lie down. Can't remember. I've never seen elephants sit down before.
In cartoon Dumbo, they sit.
Okay, let's. Maybe I'm not sure. I can't say for now about the elephants. Well, it's quite interesting to know about them. Okay, I have one more question for you. It says snakes eat A, only other animals, B, either other animals or eggs, okay, and C, either other animals or fruits. Never seen a snake eat fruit.
I think eggs and another animals.
Eggs and other animals.
Mm.
Yes, that's correct. They eat other animals. All right. I think that's all the question. So, Alicia, it's a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you. It was interesting.
You're welcome. So we're going to take another student, and let's try Dimitri. Hello, Dimitri. Hello. Hello, Dimitri.
Hello, Mike.
Yes, hello, Dimitri. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, so Dimitri, we're talking about some question regarding science fiction, some science quiz. Did you like science in school?
Yeah, I like it very much, especially physics,
Oh, physics. So you were good in
mathematics.
physics.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so we're going to ask some questions, but regarding science. So they're just kind of like some basic questions. So I'll try to read the options for you. And the first one is uh, in direct current. The electrons
Direct,
in direct current. In direct current.
indirect.
No, in direct. In direct current, not indirect, just in separate. Then you have direct, and then you have current. Says current, like this. Let me write it out for you. Current. Okay, so in direct current, the electrons, okay, the electrons, A, move in only one direction, B, move in both directions, C, don't move at all.
Terrible.
So let me repeat the options again.
Yeah.
So the electrons, okay?
Yeah. Electrons, yeah, in, okay.
So what's your answer?
Okay, once more, please.
Okay, so in direct current, the electrons, A, move in only one direction. B, move in both directions. C, don't move at all.
Move in one direction. Yeah.
Yes, move in only one direction. Yes, it's correct. Okay, let's look at number 7. Here we have the human brain can live without oxygen, can continue to live without oxygen for A, nearly 2 minutes, B, nearly 6 minutes, C, a few hours.
Without oxygen, I think brain could live few minutes, but exactly I'm not sure between 2 minutes and 6 minutes.
Okay, so make a
Maybe.
choice.
Let it be 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
2
Yes.
minutes too small, too little.
So the answer is correct. It's 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Okay. And when you when you studied the solar system in when you were in school, Dimitri, for
Yeah.
you, which of the planet was interesting for you?
For me, which planet? I think maybe Saturn. Yeah, very interesting because of the disks that goes around the Saturn. Yeah, and, this very big planet. Yeah, and this is from the gas. Yeah, and it is like maybe a sun, and it could be even could be star. Yeah, because it is very big and.
All right. So this is the last question for you. So in the solar system now, I have 3 options. One planet is no longer considered to be a planet. Do you know which planet is considered to be no longer a planet?
Let me remember. Yeah, maybe some planet that far from sun. Yeah, far away from sun. Maybe Neptune. Yeah. No.
Okay, I'll give you options. I'll give you
Yeah. Okay.
options.
Let's give me options.
The first one, A, is neither Pluto nor Neptune are now considered to be planets. The second one is both Pluto and Neptune are considered to be planets. Then C, Pluto is no longer considered to be a planet.
Pluto. Yeah. Not considered to be a planet.
So that's your answer.
Yeah. It's my answer.
Okay, it's correct. So
You're welcome.
okay, well done.
Have you?
So it seems you
Have
like.
you any more questions?
For now, maybe who was your maybe is there a scientist that you admired? Maybe the person is still alive, or maybe the person is dead already. A famous scientist.
Yeah, for example, Einstein. Yeah, it is one of the biggest genius. Yeah. Yes. Also, Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, it was
Okay.
famous. Not only the scientist, but also painter, yeah, and engineer, yeah. So it
It
is
was a lot of
also,
things.
yeah, genius. Newton also, yeah, yeah. A lot of person I'd like.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Dimitri, it's a pleasure talking with you.
And
So
with you also, yeah.
we're going to take another student. Let's go to just a minute. We have Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Hello. Hello, Daniel. If you can hear me, just reply and say hi. Hello. All right, so we're going to go to um, 1 second. We have Nick. Hello, Nick. If you can hear me, just come online.
Hello again.
Hello again. So I have some questions for you.
Okay.
A diamond can be destroyed. Okay, you like diamonds, yes?
Likes, but I don't.
I didn't hear you.
I said that my girlfriend likes, but I don't.
Okay. Yeah, very expensive and beautiful.
Yes, maybe beautiful.
Okay, you agreed they're expensive, but you're not beautiful.
Yes, about expensive, I'm agreed.
Yes, they are very expensive. Okay, so a diamond can be destroyed, meaning it can be a stone, a diamond stone, be crushed. When we say crushed, like to pieces. But we have three options, and the first one is by either heat or acid. B, by both intense heat and acid. And C, only by intense heat.
The first heat and the acid, yes?
Yes. No, the first one, I'll read it again. A, by either intense heat or acid. So it's either one of them. The second, by both, that is to use both of them.
Together.
Yes, together by both intense heat or acid. C, only by intense heat.
Oh, let me see. I don't know exactly really. Let me see.
Let me see. That's your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, so it's correct. It's C. Speaking about diamonds, there is a lot of there are countries in the world that have a large natural deposit of diamonds. Do you know these countries, Nick?
Large deposit of diamonds, maybe In Africa, there are a lot of countries which has a lot of diamonds, but about deposit, maybe Russia, because they get diamonds too. But exactly, I don't know such countries.
Yes, I heard about Russia has. I saw it on Nat Geo in a place called Yakutik. I'm not sure
Yakutia, yes.
if I'm correct. Okay, Yakutia. Yes, I saw it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very cold region. In Africa, yes, South Africa has the largest deposit of diamonds in the world. It's so much. They call it blood diamonds because it's anyway, that's a different story. But they have a lots and lots of diamonds in South Africa, and some are as big as my hand, and it's cost lots and lot of money. But anyway, so that is talking about diamonds. So
Okay.
it can't be destroyed, and you're right. It's only by when we say intense heat, it's not just something hot. It means that with a very high intensity, it has to be very, very. You have to use really, really hot fire to destroy the diamond. Otherwise, it won't get. Nothing destroys a diamond apart from heat and really intense heat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we look at another question. Of all the water on our planet, Nick.
About water?
Yes, this time it's about water.
Okay. Let's answer.
We have A, hardly any of it is found on the ground. B, about half of it is found on the ground. C, most of it is found on the ground. When we say hardly, it means almost nothing is found on the ground. That's meaning of hardly.
It's about water?
Huh?
Simple water?
Yes, just yes. Of all the water,
half on the ground
on our planet. Pardon?
I think it's to see most of water is on the ground. No, about under the ground.
Yes, but the question was now of all the water on our planet.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now hardly, but when we say hardly, it means that a small quantity, not so much, is found on the ground, in the ground. You know, some people they dig the ground.
Fell in the ground.
Pardon?
Of found or fell? Could you repeat?
Found. Yes. Found on the ground. So they say A, hardly any of it. B, about half of all the water on our planet is found on the ground. C, most of it. So what's your option?
I cannot understand the sense of the question. Okay, water. We can find water on the ground. Yes, it's about water, just water.
Yes.
I'm including oceans and seas and other water. Yes, on the ground or under the ground. Of course, on the ground, because oceans are on the ground and it's the most part of all Earth's water. Sea on the ground.
Now, when you put it that way, Nick, that's what you call those waters. We call them water bodies, or we say a body of water. An ocean is a body of water. A sea is a body of water. A river Yes, of course they have. When you get to the bottom, yes, there's a ground. But what I mean is all these oceans, rivers, seas, lakes, they're all bodies of water. Now, if you notice in some countries, I don't know, in English we call it a well. Some people can dig the ground to find water. They have to dig really, really deep in the ground, and you can find water.
Of course, on every place you can find water if you will dig another deep.
Exactly, exactly. So the question is, of all the waters we have on this planet, Nick, do you agree that uh, half of this water is found in the ground? Remember, we still have other different sources of water.
I need whole assistance. I don't know really. Maybe half, maybe a whole. Okay, let be. Let be. Let it be be.
Actually,
The second.
actually, the answer is A.
Hey,
Hardly any of it.
it's very pity. So I lost my chance.
I repeated it. I repeated it twice already, but not hardly. Just because we are surrounded by water, Nick. We are. So yes, the question, understanding the question too is also important. But if you notice, on this planet, it's surrounded by water everywhere. So, and you know, oceans, lakes, and all that are bodies of water, like I said before. But it's just a little quantity of water that we find inside the ground. Yes, you can dig and you can find, but there's not so much of it. The most of the water we have is located in this oceans, rivers, lakes, waterfalls. This is where
But it was sea. Most of the water on the ground. It was the sea.
in the sea.
Yeah, it was sea variant. The third.
Uh,
Most of the water is on the ground.
no, it says most of it. Most of it. Uh, the option, look, A was hardly any of it, meaning almost nothing. B,
Okay. Let's transit move to other person because I have failed. Sorry.
all right then. So we'll take one more person, but it's a pleasure talking with you, Nick.
Me too. Thanks.
All right, so we're gonna go to George. Hello, George. Hello.
Hello, Michael.
Yes, hello, George. So I'm sure you are listening to our conversation about water. Okay, so we're going to talk about oxygen. I think this one is, yes, oxygen. I think this is quite basic. And now, when we breathe out, now remember we breathe in oxygen, but I'm going to give you three options. Now, when we breathe out, A, most of the air is oxygen. B, none of that air is oxygen. C, some of that air is oxygen.
C, once again, please.
Some of that air is oxygen. Some of that air.
Some of part.
Yeah, some of that air is oxygen. Okay, let me put a question for you this way. When you breathe out, okay, you breathe in oxygen, okay? We need oxygen
Yeah.
to survive. As we breathe in, we're also breathing out, okay? Now, most of the air, the three options, the first one is most of that air is oxygen. Most. When we say most, it means a big part of it, okay? A,
Yeah.
most of that air is oxygen. B, none of that air is oxygen. C, now say some of that air is oxygen.
I think the correct answer is C.
Yes, C is the answer.
Good.
Okay, let's take another one. Did you like biology when you were in school?
Biology?
Yes.
Some I like biology also.
Okay. Talking about blood cells, they're very important in our body. So think about this now. One blood cell, individual blood cell, makes a whole circuit of the body. You know, when we say a whole circuit, it means goes around the body. One blood cell. Now, we want to find out the amount of time, okay, it needs to go around the body. So we have A. I'll read the question again. One blood cell makes a whole circuit of the body in A, nearly 60 seconds. B, nearly 45 minutes. C, a few minutes.
Okay. I think 45 minutes. B.
Is that your final answer?
This is correct? Or no?
No, I'm asking if that's your final answer.
Yeah, this is my final answer.
Okay, the correct answer is 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
To go around the body, the blood cells.
Interesting.
It is. Okay, so I have one more question for you. Who was your favorite scientist that you admired and you liked because of his works or something that he did?
Einstein, maybe.
Okay, everyone loves Einstein. Okay, anybody else? Just a second.
I don't know.
Okay, so Einstein was a genius and he was a brilliant scientist. For me, I liked a lot of scientists. One of them was Nikola Tesla because he was a brilliant man and he made a lot of discoveries that we are using today also. So I think regarding the issue of some of this general quiz questions, I'm going to talk about there were actually 4 scientists, but there were 4 scientists that they all had some problems, and they were killed by their own experiment. There was one. There's an incident. So, but first of all, George. So I would say, so thank you for, as always, it's a pleasure talking with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So, like as I was saying previously, there were 4 scientists. Many of them, but these 4 were very famous at that time. One was an American scientist, and he helped to develop petrol with what we call, petrol is what you call benzene. And he decided to help with General Motors, it was a car company, to develop a petrol that will not make a lot of noise. But unfortunately, so that the car's engine will not make noise. But unfortunately, a lot of people died from poisoning because of the chemicals that he was using. So as he kept on trying to make a lot of discoveries, it affected his health. And eventually, people also had problems from this chemical in the factory. And he also had poor health, and eventually he passed away too, also from this issue of lead that affected his health. Now, for everyone, for all the scientists that contributed to making life today easier, I think it's really cool because, which was why the topic saying the dark side of the moon. Now, that was just focused on the moon, but the topic was basically related to science as well. So, and for all of you who participated in, the quiz, so it was also fun because many of you still remember some basic science question, and I think it's really cool. So, in the meantime, it's always a pleasure seeing all of you, and for all of you who participated in today's lessons, it's also wonderful to see you guys. So I want to say have a wonderful evening. Our lessons will have to come to an end, and have a wonderful weekend. See you guys next week on Tuesday. But in the meantime, have fun, be safe, and we'll be in touch. So bye, everybody. And for those who was their first time attending, it was a pleasure to also talk with you guys as well.